Let me know if you can see and hear me. I've been having some internet troubles. So if the stream quality is iffy, let me know. For some reason my internet, which is T-Mobile, kind of started spazzing out last night when it started raining pretty heavily in New York City. I don't know if some kind of cell tower or whatever got fucked, but let me know. Um, and I think to preserve the limited bandwidth of my internet connection, I'm just going to try to read the comments off of the phone and not use the computer, which is just one more gadget that will take up even more bandwidth. So we're back to our low budget roots. I mean, we were always here in the low budget roots, but I wanted to update you all. We cooked the salmon yesterday and Freddie rejected it. He didn't want anything to do with the salmon. I even combined it with the chicken. He did not touch the chicken at all, so I ended up wasting the salmon and the chicken. So since this trash salmon is too trashy for my trash cat, I'm going to eat it and I'm going to make some lunch with it. And I'm thinking maybe something like salmon cakes could be fun. I have a little bit of nutritional yeast. I have a little bit of wheat bran. I think we're just gonna try to make it into a cake and then we'll sear it. I have some breads in the freezer that I could kind of congeal this together with, but I don't feel like it. So that's what I'm cooking up today. I'm also listening to my release radar. So I'll be relatively occupied, but if you want to ask me questions, feel free. Yeah, your Wi-Fi has been wonky too? Yikes. So yeah, I don't know what's really going on, but we're hanging in there. Yesterday was like a pretty bad depression day for me. Today's a little bit better, but I think it's because my body usually can't handle 2 days of really bad depression in a day. It kind of just, like with my period pains, I kind of just black out after a while from period pain seizes. And I think the same thing with mental health pain is just after you are stretched in rumination and steeped in this kind of despair of sorts, your mind kind of just gives out and flattens out. And so that's where I am at today. I'm coasting. I decided to go to the gym after I came back from grandma, who I didn't want to take her out because it was both raining and windy and I didn't want her to complain and I also didn't want her to get sick. So here he is. He heard us and he's here and he's spoiled and we'll feed him chicken later, but he basically woke me up 3 times today between the hours of 1 a.m. and 8 a.m. and would not stop meowing. So I fed him every time because I really needed the sleep because my mental health is going down the trash chute. But he wouldn't let me sleep. So he's had 3 meals already today, and I'm not going to feed him until probably towards the end of this live. And he's adorable, but also such a pain. But I went to the farmer's market, threw out my compost, went to the gym, did some shopping for myself, and I came back and I vacuumed, and too much information? Well, bye! Vacuumed, mopped, scared Fred a little bit with the vacuum, and now the house is going to get furred again, but I think cleaning the house makes me feel a little bit better. So everything was done to keep myself and my mental health afloat, and that's where we're at. Hi, Freddie. I'm going to be making salmon cakes, the same salmons that you don't like, so I don't think you're interested, Fred. You just came here to give my newly mopped kitchen floor some hair? Thank you. You're so kind. You're so kind. You're so kind, baby. I'm so ready for you to go back to Aaron. Yeah? Are you ready to go back to Aaron? Yeah, I bet you are. All right, let's get started with our cooking because I'm hungry. I did some laundry yesterday, um, so try to do some self-care in terms of maintaining my living space to be as humanly clean as possible, even in this time of complete lack of care. You don't want this, Fred. You don't want this, I'm pretty sure. So this has bones and all, and skins and all, and you know, all the ugly parts. I like it. Bones have a lot of calcium in them. We instant potted this, so it's been crushed. Why are you nudging me? Why are you nudging me? You want this? You want this? Yeah, I didn't think so. I got a... Yes, that is my high school. I got a couple comments yesterday from people who are a little bit sensitive in these videos, and they were saying that I was being too mean to Fred. First of all, understand sarcasm. Second of all, yeah, I'm a little bit bitchy today because my mental health is off the rocker, and it's not an excuse, but also I'm just angry at people still overreacting to how I talk to my cat who doesn't understand English. Guys, it's called being a sarcastic bitch in a language my cat doesn't understand. So I don't know if he took offense at it. I think he took offense at me feeding him this disgusting $1 salmon that I'm gonna eat, that he's not gonna eat. So, you know. Anyway, guys, if you're gonna watch my videos, feel free to keep criticizing me, but I'm probably just gonna make fun of you if you do. I think I'm turning into a new phase of content creator, which is the super aggravated, ain't got no time for you, don't BS me phase. That's all. That's all. Let's season this shit up. Let's do some parsley and dill. Alright, Freddie? Parsley and dill, okay? And then some neggy scallions, yeah? And then some ramps. Do those sound good? You like those? How about we use some farm school herbs too, Freddie? Let's use some dried oregano and sage. These are all so dried that they're crunchy and they can be basically crumbled by hand. Hi, can you stop? Can you stop getting your paw stuck on my slipper? Thank you. Oh my gosh. Do you ever worry about getting bones stuck in your mouth? Yes, but these bones I pressure cooked, so no, not these bones. Two wrongs don't make a right. I'm not trying to be right, Brenda. I'm just trying to have fun here. And if people are going to comment things that are taking away my fun, then, you know, I'm going to be a little bit bitter about that, for sure. I'm not here to be right, guys. I'm not your role model. I'm just another human being making shitty quality videos on the internet, living my life, trying not to die. And that's that. If you are seeking role models, go elsewhere. Probably not the best person to be your role model. I don't get paid to be your role model. You don't pay me to be anyone to you either, so that's why I don't have a Patreon, so I can be my own person, and I don't have to feel like I owe anybody anything. And you come as you like, and you go as you like. And you let me live my life, I guess. Again, all comments and critiques welcome, but I'm gonna do with them what I do with my Instagram DMs, which is use them to make new content. So I hope you're ready to be made into content, because once you engage with content, once you engage with this monster, it doesn't belong to you anymore. It belongs to all of us, the way I belong to all of us. Fitting into stuff that I wore in senior high is twofold. One, my mom always told me to order like 2 sizes way too big for myself. And so I don't know what size this is. Oh, it's an S. The second one is mom actually added these panels. Do you see this fabric? She added like a 3-inch panel of fabric to both sides. I'm not sure if she was like trying out a sewing project to actually use the sewing machine I bought her or what, but what's even more impressive is I can fit into the t-shirt that I had since graduating from elementary school. You think some people haven't met a New Yorker before? Actually, that might be true. Could be a very regional difference. So come to New York. See the world. Do you recommend an immersion blender for all-purpose things? Yeah, why not? If I have a gadget, I'm going to abuse and use in all the ways. And so if I can use it to make some salmon mousse, to make into salmon cake, or even salmon meatball at this point. I wasn't planning to go this fine, but I kind of wanted to get rid of the bone structure. But now we have like a puree, basically. Let me taste this and see how the seasonings are. Very fatty, very oily. I don't have a P.O. box, but I'm sure if people keep asking me for another year, I'll cave and get one. Or I'll just start giving people my home address. That was sarcasm, guys. I'm not that crazy yet. Maybe one day. Don't freak out, please. Yum. Okay, we definitely need more salt and more spice in terms of actual spiciness. Good thing we have a whole shelf of spices. Good yawn, Freddie. Wait, you really didn't realize I was being sarcastic? Whoops, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the folks that I keep freaking out with my... Freddie, you're so cute, baby. You're such an annoying little bitch. But so cute. Yeah. You're so cute, Freddie. Smoked chipotle, you think? And habanero chili? Yeah? How about those? And black urfa? Yeah? Okay. Let's come back. We're gonna go in with some habanero chili for spice. I don't really know how to so-so. And we go smoked chipotle, but if you have to have me patch up a hole, then sure, I can do it. And then black urfa. Triple chili. Never settle for just one when you can have all three. And then we'll go in with a little bit of salt. Let's use up all of this crushed Malden salt. Okay. And then pepper. Freddie, you're so cute, but you're always right there where my hand wants to be. I have to adjust everything just for you to be on camera because the people love you so much. Oh, good yawn. Good yawn, sir. I don't know. I feel like people who have been watching me long enough understand that I go through phases, seasons of life and personalities. My beliefs change. What's my take on catfish? I love catfish. I've had catfish like almost freshly slaughtered once with my dad. The store was closing that day and they had it on sale and he bought it, and it was one of the best fish experiences I've ever had in my life. I mean, how freshly a fish is killed has such a huge impact. So there's that. I think, Freddie, we're gonna need to put mustard in here. Oops. We're gonna put in some poppy seeds for a little bit of crunch texture. I don't know if I have to be sarcastic to survive in media. I feel like a lot of people aren't sarcastic and they survive in media. At least, you know, not sarcastic in their public lives. This is wheat bran. We're just gonna put it in there as like a thickener for cakey consistency. But certainly I feel like I've had to develop certain coping mechanisms from my time as an immigrant kid, where I was plunged into an environment and culture where I had no friends, no language, no anchors at all, no social protections or support. And I think a lot of my coping mechanisms are now a source of entertainment for other people because, I don't know, it's kind of how stand-up comedy works, right, guys? Like, you have people who go through traumas and then they find some methods, whatever they may be, to process them, and they can story tell them, and it brings them closure, and I think it brings the audience a form of not only entertainment but also comfort. So, yep. Let's see some comments that I can't read off of this tiny phone. So if you buy canned salmon, you can eat those bones in there too. They're bigger than sardine bones for sure, but they have a soft texture. They won't puncture you at all. Pressure cooking definitely compresses all the bones into a more edible state that aren't hazardous to you. Yes, especially high quality spices is nice. Freddie is behaving now, but he wasn't tonight, so I'm running low on sleep for sure. I don't think it's beneficial to be so open about yourself, you know? Most people have an agenda and they have products to sell, and not to say that I don't make any money off of my videos. I have ad revenue, but I don't think I let it drive me. Okay, so I like the flavors. Definitely could go heavier, but I think I need either more wheat bran or something because it's not solid enough. These are going to be very fibrous cakes. I also binged on quite a few mooncakes last night, so we can taste a few that I cut into. Yesterday was not a good day. Not a good day at all. The bran will absorb the moisture for sure. You see how it's already more cohesive and not sliding off the spatula as readily as before. So let me give you a better Freddy view without the bottles in place. You're welcome. And I'm sure if I had mixed this a little bit ahead of time, they would have kind of absorbed better and bloated up better. Now I want to take out some bones, eat them as I see them. And I also want to finish seasoning these. So we have mustard in here. The salmon is already very fatty. But I think I want some sesame seeds, different kinds. We have this unhulled one. Then we have this toasted Korean black one. And what else can I put in here? Let's put in just a touch of baking powder, just a touch. And maybe a little bit of chickpea flour. Again, chickpea flour has a taste that I don't love, but I think a little bit will be fine. Oh, miso, yes. I thought about miso for sure, but I don't know. I think with the herbs, it's a little too much. But I do think that we need more salt, so I'm going to check my fridge to see what kind of salt condiments we have. Ooh. We have a little bit of oyster sauce. Look at Freddy. Little bumpkin right there. Boop. I like how people say I make something out of nothing. Guys, these are all things. But it's a really cool look into other people's perception of what nothing is, you know? Like, this is all exciting ingredients to have on hand. I'm constantly thinking about how to rehash leftovers. So your nothing is my everything. These are bones. I'm eating them, see? Hey, Freddy. What you doing? I'm gonna taste this, and if I think it needs something more, I think I'm gonna put in ketchup. Ketchup has salt, it has sugar, it has acidity, very basic umami components. Fantastic in recipes. One thing that I love about meatloaf is the ketchup glaze. So a little bit to start. Do you want to come up here? Up. Germany. I also got a comment from somebody who said they just completed a filming techniques course, and they made all these recommendations about how I should change the lighting in my kitchen. Like, yeah, I'm aware it looks like shit in here, but I think you underestimate my laziness. Hi, Benjamin. I am feeling more numb, so I guess that could be better. Sure, let's call it that. Exhausted and numb. It's the only reprieve some of us can hope for sometimes. And I'll take it. Good. Good, Freddie. Good. I like this. I like where we're going. A little more oregano. And, you know, the comments always say something like, oh, don't be offended. And I try not to be. It's like an automatic reaction sometimes to take offense at other people's suggestions, especially when they're unsolicited. But I've gotten way better at it, I think. What's in the bowl is the scrap salmon that we cooked off for Freddie yesterday, who rejected it. He does not want anything to do with the salmon. So we put in wheat bran, and we put in nutritional yeast, and we put in a lot of herbs and spices and 2 kinds of sesame seed and salt, black pepper, oyster sauce, ketchup. What else did I miss, guys? Should I put it in? Let's put in some cumin in here. Yeah? Cumin, where are you? Freddie, what do you think about these 2 spices? Good? Now, I don't even find cumin, but I already have 3 more spices in my hands now. Let's see what else we can put in here, huh? I don't know what cumin is. Here you are. Okay, sorry guys. We're gonna overdo it now, but we're gonna add in some black lime for acidity. Functions as vinegar, basically, with a little bit of brightness. Then we're going to put in some kelp, which was in the Mark Murphy blend yesterday, which I really liked. So this is basically seaweed. And then we have another kind of seaweed. We have this purple dulse, which I don't really use that often. That's the texture of it. Let me give you a taste test of this purple dulse. Okay, that's actually really delicious. That tastes like cured Asian nori. And then finally, cumin. Okay. Duck pizza, huh? I feel like the thing about duck pizza is it's gonna be too fatty. I also don't know if duck goes with tomato, does it? Maybe. Maybe everything goes with tomato. That's it for me. Fred doesn't want it. Fred doesn't want any part of my shit. Fred is done. I am going to pan fry these, yes. What you doing, Freddy? You hungry? You so hungry after waking me up all night? But you don't want this fish. I made it for you and you don't want it. One of the things that I was really sad that I gave Aaron when we split was a fish spatula. It's one of those flat spatulas. And I believe I got one from a thrift store that's tinier. And it still has a sticker residue on it. So after we're done with it today, I'm going to make a paste with leftover cooking oil and baking soda, and we're going to scrub this off. What's my take on cast iron cookware? I love it. Ooh, slidey. Definitely didn't work on that one. okay. We'll still eat it. When did me and Aaron split? We actually split during the pandemic, but we didn't move out into our own respective places until last year. Look who's back! Freddie, were you on the countertop yesterday? Because there's so much fur on the countertop. I feel like that's all you. Cast iron is really heavy, so you can't really toss things in it. I wouldn't recommend something like a cast iron wok, where the whole point is to be able to toss things. But I also wouldn't recommend having a wok in a space where you can't actually have those huge dragon flames of stove cooking power. But otherwise, really easy to use, take care of. If you season it well, it's non-stick over time. You're so silly. You're so silly. Boop. Okay, so these cakes aren't really holding together, which is fine. I didn't expect them to, but we're gonna let them cook until they're nice and sizzly. I'm gonna turn the heat down so that they can heat up all the way through. There is a lot of oil left on this cast iron pan because not only did I use olive oil, there's also a lot of fat from the salmon leaking out right now. So it's gonna be extra delicious, Freddie. And you didn't want this. So now it's my food. My food. This is a tattoo. Do I still smoke weed? Yes. You love me, Freddie? Is that true? Okay. Thank you for loving me. You're so cute. I hate how cute you are because you're so annoying too. You're my furriest toxic relationship, Fred. So toxic. So furry. Much cleanup. Much mess. Alright, let's assemble our plate. I have some of these pickles. Are you blinking at me, Freddie? Are you blinking at me? Bye, baby. Bye, baby. You can't have this now. It's got so much seasoning in it. So you can't beg me after the fact. It's not how it works. It's too little, too late, Freddie. Too little, too late. do a little merry-go-round. What do we call it? Musical chairs with these, because there's a hot spot in this cast iron, and I like to get all the patties to go over the hot spot at least once in their lifetime before they get eaten by me. Fred, I should have eaten this on a bed of bread, right? But we don't have bread. We have eggs, though. You want some extra protein? You want 2 eggs ready? Should I make some eggs for us? JK, Grandma already made these eggs. Do you want some yolk? Do you want some eggs? Look at him just looking at me. I like to do a little, really try not to block Freddy. Do a little roundabout crush. See where the peel gives way first. Freddy, do you want some eggs? Yes, people do put eggshells in soil. You want a little eggy, Freddy? Watch him not eat this egg, too. It's truly kind of silly to know that the cat I adopted from off of the streets of frickin' Queens, New York, won't eat the stuff that I eat. Come on, bro. Let's play a game. Will he eat? Nope. All right. Fucking starve, cat. Yeah, it would be better for Fred to just stay at Aaron's, but what people are gonna take turns to feed him? Who? Who, I may ask? Who? Very old PE shirt. What do you think? Look at me doing both Instagram content and YouTube content at the same time. Ready? I don't really know what's going on with the notifications thing, guys. Can't help you there. I'm turning into a technological boomer myself, so beats me. Now that the floor is freshly mopped, he's sitting right on it. Yeah, there's a Discord channel if you guys use Discord. I'm sure some folks on there will give you a heads up for when lives get scheduled, but I don't schedule lives until like sometimes 20 minutes before, sometimes 2 hours before. I rarely schedule lives more than 3 hours in advance. Mmm. Interesting. Ram is still a moderator, but as all the mods on here, none of them are paid for this, and so they gotta live their own lives. That's why we have like a dozen of them. If you want to be a mod, let me know. Next up, after we feast, I will have to clean the frying pot that I used to make donuts for Grandma. It is caked in oil residue. Okay, this is a very fulfilling lunch. I like doing this. Otherwise, I would have just thrown the salmon in the microwave and then eaten it with like some celery sticks. Thank you for your offer. We don't like technically need more mods. I can always just kick people out on my own, but shall we look at Fred? Not a fan, huh, Freddy? I guess since I mopped, I can sit on the floor now too. Mom's gonna freak out when she sees we're sitting on the floor on our butts. Truly no worries. Nobody has to mod. We can just let the internet take over. I'm sure that'll be fun on its own too. That's a whole other spectacle. What happens with no mods in the chat? Are you guys saying he's fat? Luscious just means fat. And yes, he is kind of pudgy now. I don't know if Fred will like moussaka, but I like moussaka. Is that eggplant dominant? Like a layered eggplant lasagna almost, but no noodles. I think we need more pickles. He looks like a plush toy. Freddie, how do you like being a plush toy? That's the first time I've balanced the plate on my knee. Kudos to me for not making a mess everywhere. Look at me eating my trash. Look at Fred eating his trash. Laura's eating trash here. How's everyone's weekend so far? Better or worse than you imagined on Friday? Guys, I was thinking about this either yesterday or today, but I was thinking about how much, like, Fred's stay has frustrated me in both in terms of, you know, not being able to sleep on my own accord and just cleaning constantly because his fur is everywhere. And I was really upset because I realized I'm not selfless enough to be a cat lady yet. As much as I want that identity to apply to me, I don't know if I'm giving enough and generous enough to be a cat lady. Damn, arthritis, huh? I definitely have some. Not as bad yet, but... very mixed bag for you guys, according to your expectations. Hi, Austria. Well, in order to be a cat lady, you would have to give up your entire living space and concept of selfhood, self-programming, scheduling to cater to the cats. And it's not as much as their desires and needs as much as their just power over you. Cats have immense power over humans. And so Fred, you know, he's good. He's a good boy. He never poops or pees outside of the box, but he's a messy eater. His fur is everywhere, just like me. We shed so much. And so together we're like a house production factory. Well, that was good, Freddie. Yeah, maybe cats are less work than dogs, but cats are still more work than no cats. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean when I said I realized that maybe I'm like still not giving enough because I want my own space the way I want it, and then cats kind of just interrupt it. Like I didn't want him on my bed. I forgot to close the door one day and he hopped onto my bed and my bed was covered in fur. And I was too tired to like do laundry, and also I knew that he was going to want to come back to the bed, so I just kept the bed with his fur on it. I tried to like strip some of it away with tape, but you know, ultimately it became his bed. So Fred is maybe estimated to be 12 or 13 at this point. I once had a family friend, like my dad's friend. She had a Pomeranian, and she tried to shave the dog on her own. But what she didn't know was that if you shave too far and went into the undercoat, the fur doesn't grow back. And so she just had a Pomeranian that like never fully grew back his fur. It was kind of sad. And I also have allergies now to Fred. I petted him yesterday and then I think I rubbed my face and then my eye was inflamed for the next 2 hours. So you don't like me because I smell like salmon? Oh, Rabina. What'd you hear? What'd you hear? Oops. Alright, Freddie, I'm gonna have to wash my pot. Too old for life. I'm too old for life. Sorry. I think after this we should make a strawberry smoothie just to treat myself. But let's do the pot first and then strawberry smoothie time. And then we have to put away the salmon leftovers. Actually, let's put away the salmon patties first because I need to clean that sticker residue off. Yeah? Hi, Fred. Hi, Philly. Hi, y'all. You wanna look inside the fridge? Do you wanna look inside the fridge? Damn, my spatial reasoning skills, y'all. I don't have any cat grass now. I don't use soap. I just scrape it clean. Then I put it on the fire. And then I use some paper towel. And wait for it to dry and start to slightly smoke a little. Bye, see ya. I don't put it in the oven now. Just go until the water evaporates. So there's just a lot of oil frying pan baked on as the heat throughout the week accumulates. So I just clean it once a week, try to scrub as much of it off as possible. I do it with dish soap and a little bit of baking soda. In this frying pot, no, vegetable oil, where I fry my donuts for grandma. Cast iron? I don't oil the cast iron. Absolutely unnecessary if you don't use soap to wash off, because there will be residual oil on the cast iron. So in this case, yeah, there's a layer of seasoning from the salmon oil. say in the case of the cast iron, that's kind of the point of maintaining the cast iron. I wouldn't say don't scrub your stainless steel pots. I think those are two different treatments. If you don't wash your stainless steel, it's going to get pretty grimy and sticky and unpleasant to look at. Whereas with cast iron, even aesthetically speaking, it's already black, so you can't really see anything. There's a time and place for everything. I don't buy cutting boards that require oiling. Those are way too fancy for me. They recommend that you use mineral oil. They sell special oils for those cutting boards, like booze blocks require those. They say not to use vegetable oil on them because they actually get really sticky and the oil turns rancid, and so you can smell it. But again, I don't use cutting boards like that, so I can't give you advice. Oh yeah, I drink my corn water when I cook it, but I haven't eaten a single cob of corn at all this summer. Yeah, isn't mineral oil toxic? See, this is why you don't ask me for recommendations. Wow, the cheapest supermarket corn I've seen is 3 for $1, and that was like once this entire summer. So that sounds like a great deal, wherever you're getting those. By the way, if we go back to my rant earlier about internet comments, I do welcome all comments, but I especially appreciate the comments that are pointing out factual errors. You know, like I think in my food therapy video, I mentioned something about quitting alcoholism and how, you know, compared to healing from eating disorders, healing from alcoholism is relatively, how do I say, more black and white to engage in, because I said, the phrase I think I used was you can quit alcoholism like cold turkey, and that was wrong because your body and your systems actually go through a very intense detox withdrawal phase where if you quit cold turkey, people told me you can actually die. So that was one thing where people commented and I pinned to the video because I gave out wrong information, however intentional or not, and those are the types of comments that I appreciate. But if you're just commenting something that's nitpicking, like a preference, yeah, I'm gonna make fun of you for sure. For sure, Freddie. Yeah, baby. You're dirty. Your fur has stuff in it. I brush you every day. How are you already so dirty? You've just been underneath the couch all day. You didn't like that? No? Okay. That was a no. Will I be sad when Fred leaves again? Not really. I'm ready to be alone again. Can I get the fur off of you? Thank you. This is fur that I'm keeping off of my kitchen floor, you know? I just mopped, Fred. Appreciate my hard work. Look, I just mopped. This is you. This is all you. I like the song, Freddie. Do you like it? It's called Map of Manhattan by Sorcha Richardson. All right, smoothie time, shall we? Do you guys want to use yogurt or do you want to use milk? But first I have to put away all my spices. Hi, Freddie. Hi, baby. Fred may sense my ambivalence? Well, yeah, certainly. He can sense everything. I know that. I can't hide anything from him. Did you guys say both? Yogurt and milk? Yes, you can pre-freeze milk. It's gonna fuck up the texture a little bit, but... I wanted to eat this strawberry. Sorry to block Fred from your view. This came out of a container that I bought for Grandma, and I almost never eat the strawberries that I buy for her, but this one looks so squat and flat that I want it to. And it's very delicious. Freddie, it's gonna get really loud in here. It's gonna get very loud in here. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Let's try this yogurt. This is just generic store. It has pasteurized grade A milk and then non-fat dried milk. I've almost never seen dried milk inside a yogurt. Interesting. It's very mild. Super mild. On sale for $2.79. Oh, do you want some? Do you want some yogurt? Do you want some on the eggs that you don't want? Should I just keep adding to your shit pile that you don't want to eat? Freddie, you've become such a brat. Oh my god. Unbelievable. What has Aaron been feeding you? Holy shit. This cat. Bro. Unbelievable. You're fucking spoiled. Unbelievable, Freddie. So, I've been freezing the strawberries that are like kind of not good and kind of moldy. I know you're not supposed to be eating berries that are kind of moldy because the mold spores travel throughout the berry. But you know what? That's just the kind of person that I am, guys. So I give grandma the good ones and I save myself the bad ones. I very much am living my mom's legacy here. I don't like it, but I am it. So I gotta deal with it. Yeah, I don't know you anymore, dog. I don't know you, Fred. I don't know what you're about anymore. And then grandma's been giving me some frozen fruit that she doesn't want, or rather, sorry, canned fruit, and then I freeze it. So this is pineapple. Fred also loves to not show you. Freddie, you know we can't see you. You know what? Whatever. Whatever. Maraschino cherries, I have them. They're expired. Super fancy ones too. Alright guys, you've been made aware that this is going to be very noisy. Fred has been too, but he doesn't understand English. But you understand English, so mute. Ready? 3, 2, 1. He's cute. He's funny. We have that chunk of pineapple that is not blending. everyone who has a Vitamix, if you're ever blending fruit like frozen bananas and you didn't freeze them well in a single layer in little bite-sized chunks and they're all clumped together and you're trying to like burn out your motor to make it into a smoothie, just put your Vitamix on the lowest setting and let it spin. Eventually, it'll break up the bigger chunks. Nice. All right, I'll let it blend a little bit more on the lowest setting while I turn Grandma's donut dough. Got a wet hand, which makes it easier when handling sticky dough. And we're just going to pull it up and fold it over itself, like making sourdough. This helps build the gluten up a little bit. You should also know that the longer you run your motor, the warmer the machine gets. And that not only leads to burnout of the motor over time, but also it will warm your smoothie up. So calculate your blending time and be prepared for that warming action. Dunsies. Now we drink and we check our work. Thick. She's very thick. Ooh. I might need a spoon. It's pretty. Mmm. Yum. What the hell is this song? It's awful. Any song that has the lyrics "Touch My Body" needs to go back to the 1997s. Next. Sorry. You see a chunky loaf? Freddie, if Aaron's flight arrives on time, you're going home tomorrow. Are you ready? Are you ready to go home tomorrow? These pants are a Goodwill thrift. They're Gap jeans. I believe they're like a 16 boys. I feel like cats don't really show age the way dogs do, you know? Freddie, I'm gonna try to make this egg mixture appetizing for you. We'll do an experiment, okay? We'll do an experiment with this egg yogurt mixture that he doesn't seem to like very much. I don't quite know what the issue is, but I'm assuming texture is one of it, and then there's also no chickeny flavors. So let's add in a packet of his favorite seasoning and see if he eats. I went to Townsend Harris. Do you know New York City high schools? What are your thoughts on Townsend Harris? This is basically an egg salad. I don't know why he wouldn't like an egg salad. Well, if he's not hungry, he will be once he has a packet of this put in. Maybe some chicken and tuna, Freddie? If you waste this food, I'm gonna be so fucking glad that you're leaving tomorrow. This looks absolutely delicious to me, Fred, but we know your standards are higher than this human peasant's now, so you let me know what you think, okay, bud? Will he like it? course it's more complicated. Bye, Megan. Take care. You did that to yourself, Freddie. Here. You making a mess on my new floors? Making a mess already? You're so easily scared, buddy. You're fine. You're fine. I just threw away a lick container. I think he always has his tail up when he's eating. It's mealtime with Fred. You having fun? Some good protein in there, Freddie. Good probiotics. You're cute. Here. You done? Okay, good job. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed your time with Freddie. I'm gonna think what to eat with the other salmon cakes. I can already feel myself getting more hungry. That's it for today, I guess.